Hey everyone, today I wanted to discuss integration between AdvancedMD and DeepCura that we've recently kind of introduced to our clinic. This screen right here is DeepCura. On the left hand side, you'll be able to see kind of your schedule. So you would just click your schedule. The calendar shows up over here on the right hand side. And today I kind of created a test patient for myself just to demonstrate some of the features that we've included on DeepCura that's fully integrated with AdvancedMD. So today I'll select the 16th. Right here, you can see I have a test patient that's scheduled, and this is scheduled on my AdvancedMD, and I'll show you guys that in a moment. And it's as simple as starting AI Scribe. You just click here. In DeepCura, you'll have kind of the AI context manager here on the left. These are previous visits. We've used this test patient a few times in the past. That's why you'll see some previous data in here. And then on this right hand side, you could kind of consider this as the patient's chart, if you will. So over here, you would start your recording. For today's purposes, I have a pre-templated doctor-patient interaction, so I could show you guys some of the features that we've kind of integrated between DeepCura and AdvancedMD and are continuing to kind of expand that and integrate other features. Let me just pre-populate. Here's our kind of pre-populated template that I have here. So we will just kind of prompt DeepCura to use the context to create a note for today. Please use the context to create a note for today. And I have some already kind of pre-populated templates for our clinic. Today we're going to be demonstrating the primary care template. And kind of some of the AI agents that we're using to kind of streamline workflow, improve, the amount of time that doctors are spending with documentation, also minimizing clinical errors that kind of happen throughout the day, like forgetting to put in a follow-up appointment or forgetting to put in lab orders. So we're going to demonstrate on this primary care template here. As this is processing, the good thing about DeepCura is you can, if you have your next patient, you could be processing your previous patient and just kind of open up a new patient and start recording again until this one's processed. DeepCura is improving some of the time that is spent with this processing. There's some features on this top right hand side where you can kind of use different models that have different speeds. So everyone can kind of adjust that to their own preferences. We'll give it a second here and it should kind of generate that note for us. So this is kind of today's note. This is based off of the prompt that I gave it, or the pre-recorded patient encounter that I gave this. I did kind of include in here some preventative and health maintenance stuff that we usually do in primary care specifically. This is a Medicare patient as well. This is a template that we created specifically for our clinic. Every clinic will be able to kind of create their own templates and kind of customize this to their liking. This is working for us currently, so you have this note here. Show you that. And it's as simple as kind of clicking this upload button here. And then this will upload the documentation to our templates in AdvancedMD. So currently in AdvancedMD, we have an office visit template and a visit abbreviated template. These are templates that you create in your AdvancedMD. So DeepCura will match your template that you created in AdvancedMD with the one that is in DeepCura. And I'll show you how that works after I kind of use this template. So using our office visit template, we'll use that template. And then you'll have your AI agents kind of match the template. So this is our template right here in our EHR, our AdvancedMD. And this is the DeepCura template right here. After it kind of matches all the fields, and you could adjust this. You could click that you don't want to include certain things, or you could write in here that, you want some additional data, or if you don't like certain things, you could adjust it here. It includes, and it does a really good job of matching the recording and kind of the AI template that it created to your note on AdvancedMD. It does take a little bit of tweaking to kind of accomplish that, but it's definitely feasible. After it kind of extracts all the data and puts it where it needs to go in your template in AdvancedMD, you will be able to push this note directly from DeepCura into AdvancedMD, which saves a lot of time. AdvancedMD is kind of a little clicky, where you have to do a lot of clicks to accomplish things. So this definitely saves time in clinic and provides what I think is better documentation overall. So after this is kind of extracted all this data here, and we do have in our AdvancedMD template, we do have some procedures and things like that could be populated. However, if they weren't done on the DeepCura side, or if they weren't mentioned during the patient visit or anything like that, they won't auto-populate into the note that's on AdvancedMD. So after I do that, I push the note over to AdvancedMD. So it says it was successful. So then what it does is the problems card in AdvancedMD, our clinic was running into issues with updating this problem card and making sure that all our problems were listed. And it's really easy here. You can just kind of, it auto-populates the problems card with ICD-10 codes. And it tells you if they're active, if you're updating them, or whatever the case may be. Then it gives you some additional AI kind of documentation suggestions. If you noted hearing loss, things like that, you can include those as well. But based on the encounter that we have, these all look accurate. So I'll push these problems to the problem list in the patient chart. So those were pushed. If any labs were ordered in the encounter verbally discussed, you can push those labs over to AdvancedMD. You have to have some lab integrations to AdvancedMD to be able to do that, but here are those. And then if you have any appointments that you wanted the patient to kind of follow up with, you could reset that appointment. So I have some time slots here available for this patient on Friday, December 12th. These are all my time slots, and for different providers. And I can book this patient with whoever I would like to. And then finally, the charge slip. This is probably something that providers forget a lot to do, and then the billing team kind of bugs them about including a charge slip. So this is important to have in the workflow that is provided by DeepCura. So as far as this, if you're doing labs in-house, This is very good because it includes the labs, right? Includes the venipuncture, things like that. But if you're not doing labs in house, you could always kind of adjust these and remove them. And if you know you get to decide, was this a 214 or did you provide an annual wellness visit today? For today's purposes, we did both, and that was based on the kind of pre-recorded encounter that we have. And all you have to do is push the charges, and those will go over to AdvancedMD, and they'll be ready for someone to bill. And then you just move on to your next patient. So documentation through kind of DeepCura is improving our clinic workflow, definitely, and also streamlining some of the workflows that we have in our clinics, minimizing errors, definitely helping us a lot. So appreciate it. Thank you guys.